Hey guys, Prithviraj here. Hope you guys are doing great. Now late in July, we saw a new GPU added to the lineup of Radeon 6000 series AMD has to offer. And that is the AMD Radeon RX6600XT. Now by the time you watch this video, we have already had a RX6600XT courtesy to AMD Malaysia for making this happen. So in this video, we're going to talk about the 6600XT and what it brings to the table. So let's not waste any time and get right into it, and you're watching The Adventures of Vesper. Let's begin. Okay, for starters, right, you might be wondering why we have a Gigabyte GPU on the table instead of a reference card like this one right here. Now, good thing, because if you are really wondering as to why we don't have a reference card, it's because AMD did not make one. Unlike the 6700XT, which we did review here, and we have right here by the way, the 6600XT does not come in a reference card. So right out of the bat, you will be able to purchase the GPU from your preferred AIB partners like Gigabyte and so much more, which you can read about the other partners in the releases that we have done in the link in the description below. Now let's talk about the Gigabyte RX6600XT in our hands. No pun intended. So here we have the Gigabyte Gaming OC Pro Radeon RX6600XT. It's a long name, which is Gigabyte's card, and it's one of the cards they have to offer. Now before we get into the whole specification, right, and obviously since it's a Gigabyte card, it comes with their own proprietary features like RGB Fusion 2.0, their very own cooling system like this WindForce, where it uses triple fans, and it's an OC edition, which means you can overclock it. Now there are some refinements if you were to look closer, like the graphene nano lubricant, which claims to extend the fan's life by 2.1 times, which is close to a bearing based fan, and it's also quiet. Now cooling is important, and Gigabyte covers that with a nice copper heat pipe and a screen cooling through which where the heatsink will dissipate the heat for better dissipation. Let's talk about the specification of the RX6600XT. Now this particular GPU features the RDNA 2 architecture, which we know from their other GPU. Now to put it simply, this particular GPU packs 8 gigs of GDDR6 VRAM, has 32 megabytes of Infinity Cache, 32 total number of compute units and ray accelerator, and finally a clock speed of 1968 MHz that can boost up to 2589 MHz. Now as for the ports on the GPU, you will notice that it has two DisplayPort 1.4A, that is with DSC, and two HDMI 2.0 with VRL and FRL. Now it uses one 8-pin connector, so the power consumption on this is actually a lot lower than you'd expect, which we will talk about later. Now according to AMD, right, this particular GPU is aimed at bringing epic 1080p gaming to your desk. Now while it may seem that it's just 1080p, majority of the market, right, if you were to look into Steam survey as of right now, you'll notice majority of the users rely on GPUs that run on 1080p like the GTX 1060. So there is a good chance out there for those who want the latest cards that are much more capable on new game titles. Pricing wise, the RX6600XT starts at $379. Now I don't want to comment anything just yet, but we will see how it turns out. And unfortunately, we aren't going to reveal any numbers just yet because we are still under an embargo. So stay tuned till the 10th of August, 9 p.m. here in Malaysia. And if you're in any part of the world, you can actually check out the timing that we will display right here when this review will go live. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss it from us. And that's all we have to say for now. Honestly, I'm really excited to test this GPU because power consumption is something that I'm really interested to see with this one. Again, thanks to AMD for gracing us with the RX6600XT, and we will see you guys in the next video, and that will be the review of this particular GPU. That's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Prithviraj signing off. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.